What's going on, everybody? Um, this is going to be a quick strategy training session. A quick way, basically focusing on statistics here. I'll zoom in where you can hopefully see a little better, and I'll take away some of this stuff to where you can actually see what I'm talking about. Kind of clean the chart up a little bit. Okay, so we know that we have the Mojo pivots. Let me toggle those on and off so you can see what those are. See those coming on in and out there? That's the Mojo pivots. This is a free indicator that I've developed, and y'all are certainly welcome to have access to it if you need access to it. It's a private indicator, but it's free. Just send me a message if you'd like access to it, either on YouTube or wherever you're watching this, and send me your TradingView username, and I'll get you access to it. But anyway, that's the Mojo pivots. Just a quick overview of those. You have the red and the green zones. You have this orange line there. That's what we call the line in the sand. It's just marked sand there. And then you have the basically resistance here zones, and then support MR1 stands for Mojo resistance, Mojo resistance, Mojo resistance, Mojo support 1, Mojo support 2, Mojo support 3. So that's pretty cool, and you can adjust. I've got it set to 2 hours, so every 2 hours it prints a new recalculated dynamic zone, and so that's that. The nice thing about these is that you have statistics involved with them, and if you've kind of been around for a while, um, in my Discord or just traded with me for any length of time, you ought to be familiar with these statistics. But basically, you have statistics around each zone or each support area or resistance area. Um, so that's something to check out. It's really cool. So you know, I won't get into those too much because that's not the bulk of what I wanted to cover here. And for time's sake, we'll get into some more statistical stuff. I mean, it really helps to have statistics uh, in your favor when you're taking trades. So these Mojo pivots are one of those tools. So um, the other thing that's really cool that you could do, and this is just happens to be on the super trend strategy. This is just a random super trend strategy that I found in the TradingView community, and but you can use any strategy. But I'm just going to toggle this out and then bring it back in. It'll bring up the statistics. So um, I've got this kind of set up, and you can see it's what is that? 2,727,000 in losses over 1,815 trades. It's only 0.83% profitable. It's barely profitable at all. As far as it's barely has any winning trades, and I've just got it. All I did was add it to my chart. Um, Let me pull up the settings there. Uh, all I did was add it to my chart, and I just played with these settings to get the statistics down where I want them to be, because it's a lot easier to find losing strategies than it is to find winning strategies, as you've probably found. So all I did was tweak these settings, and you can do that with any strategy that you find. And tweak it to where the statistics really suck, right? I mean, that's a nice even down uh, profit curve there. So that's kind of what I'm looking for with this, and you'll see what I mean, what I'm, what I'm going after here. So basically, I know when this strategy fires these signals, I'll toggle it. I mean, you ought to be able to see that these long and short signals. Well, it's basically just taking longs. I might just have it set up to take longs. Let me see. No, long and short. So basically, it's just giving a bunch of long signals there. Um, But statistically, this is a really crappy strategy, right? So I know when it fires that long signal, I know that statistically it's going to be a losing trade. Um, so that's nice to know. And so I'm a trend line kind of guy. I trade I take a lot of signals off of trend lines. So you know I just got done taking this trade here, this short here. I'll show. Let me see. Here's this is on Bullinox PA. So I took this short here all the way down to this Mojo pivot here. When it hit the MS, I took one off here. When it hit MS1, when it hit MS1 right there, I took one contract off and I took the rest off right here. Um, but that was based off of these trend lines. We were at the line in the sand. Every time we'd hit it, we would reject off of it. So I got short there and just followed it down till it hit the Mojo pivots. Um, but any of these longs here, I would be looking for some kind of reason to get in. Get in short in the opposite direction because we know there's only a 0.83% chance of this long signal based off of that super trend strategy working. So any of these like trend line breaks right here, that right there, then you would have had plenty of opportunity to manage that trade right here. I mean, we can keep going if you want, but long signal there, trend line break, hit the Mojo pivot and reject it off of it. You still had time to manage that. You could have put a break even stop in there and would have been a low risk trade. Same thing for right here. Whoops. Same thing for right here. You already got the trend line drawn right there. See it? That white trend line. Let me delete these so it doesn't get all messy here. Well, you got that trend line drawn there. You got the long signal right here. You see the long signal? It's got the little the sideways arrow there where it says the entry would be. But right at that moment, we got the long signal, which is only a 0.83 chance of being a winning trade. We had that trend line break, so that's where I took this short, and I just kind of hung in there through all this mess here, and sure enough, you got another long signal right there. I mean, if I draw the trend line, I've got another long signal, 0.83% chance, less than a 1% chance of that long working, and then I got the trend line break again, and down we went. So now we're working on these long signals here. Another long signal there, trend line. Got the long signal, the bar. This trend line tool is tough, but you got the long signal, the trend line break, and then you got plenty of opportunity to manage that. Same thing here, long signal, trend line break. That one's a little tighter, right? Because you're right up against the MS, support line there. But you just want to get it a break-even stop in there pretty quick. So I'm just trying to find some other examples. I mean, you got all these long signals here, like right here, and then you got all these long signals, and you can just draw a trend line over the base of it, just like a basic trend line logic behind drawing trend lines. And you get all these long signals, and you're just basically waiting for them to fail because statistically they're gonna fail. So you're just looking for that break, that trend line break. So right there would have been your break. You got decent decent amount of time there. I mean, these are 3-minute bars. So you got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 minutes right there of cushion to manage the trade. And these are just small trades, but I'm just trying to give an example of what we're looking at. So you got this long signal here. I just drew a trend line from this low to that swing low there. Got the trend line break, and you got plenty of opportunity to take profit and manage the trade. yada yada. So anyway, that's just a quick lesson on how you can use, you know, statistics to your advantage, or to to work in your advantage to give you that extra edge that you're looking for. And we're not even, I mean, I really didn't even mention much about the mojo pivots there, um, but like, let's find an example like right here. So statistically, price doesn't like to stay up here in this zone here. It likes to be in between the green and the red zone. Um, so you get something like that, uh, where you've got a long signal up into a zone, an area where we know statistically, all the statistics are right here. So I know statistically price doesn't like to be up there. So, I'm just looking for a reason to get in. We know this long signal has a very high likelihood that it's going to fail. And so I'm just looking for that moment, that timing, timing my entry. And, there you go. So I hope that helps. And it's a really, really kind of backwards way of thinking about it. But it is a cool way, because there's so many unprofitable strategies that people have built and provided to us on the TradingView community. And that's just a way you can capitalize on all those people's hard work, and and develop your edge. So hope that helps. And if you have any questions, or if you need anything, just shoot me a message either on YouTube or wherever you're watching this, and maybe we can connect and talk about it some more. All right. Have a good evening.